Hey. We're back. Welcome back to Oddvice.
Welcome back to Oddvice Podcast.
I'm Alex Coe. I'm Kristen Mac.
You're too good at that.
I didn't know I could feel like that.
Do you see the TikToks of the cutting glass, like the AI cutting glass fruit?
I love it.
Oh, it melts my brain.
It's so accurate for something we can't actually do.
Yeah.
It's exactly what it would sound like if we could.
Yes. Sometimes I just like sit there with the phone like next to my pillow while this video's running.
It's so nice. That's the one where like I'll fall. It's while I fall asleep.
Oh yeah.
Like this is the last video. I'm gonna fall asleep with it in my hand. I do that a lot. I fall asleep on TikTok a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll catch myself falling asleep and then I'll be like, okay, it's time for bed.
I'll notice. Yeah. I'll notice it's looping.
Oh.
In my like half dream, and I'm like, okay, lock the phone, turn over. Like that's when I'm like really exhausted, you know?
Yeah. Oh God, the other night it was so hot in the bedroom. I actually had to come out here and sleep.
Oh shit. Okay,
Naked.
you did
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Was it nice?
It was only a few hours. It was from like, I want to say I got up at like 3:30, came out here, and then I woke up. I was on TikTok for a little bit because I like couldn't fall asleep right away.
Yeah.
If I wake up in the middle of the night, I'm like, I could very easily lean.
Like,
I'm up for the rest of the night.
Start your day.
Yeah,
I've done that before. Sometimes I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna be up now when I like can't sleep.
Right. Yeah. I will kind of do anything to make myself go back to sleep. But I was scrolling through TikTok and I was like, okay, I could actually fall back asleep. So I went back to sleep and then I woke up at like 8:30 and then I went back to bed.
Ooh, that's always nice.
Yeah.
When you go back.
Yeah.
Ooh. Then you have like a nap in the morning. Kinda,
Exactly.
But it's like not guilty because it's still morning and like
Yep.
nobody else is awake.
Yeah. It was nice. But
That
I
is
was
nice.
like sprawled and I turned on the AC in here.
Yeah.
I was naked. And
I would have like sat on these chairs just like podcasting.
how was your date last night?
It was good.
She went on a date.
And I went on a second date actually.
Second date.
Which is like unheard of. I've never heard of those really.
Is
Like,
that your
do we
first
get-
second date?
Do we get married now? Yeah. No.
No.
Michael.
Right.
Yeah.
That was like friend vibes to me though.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm definitely
you
like
guys had chemistry.
totally. We had a lot of chemistry and like I was very attracted to him for sure, but I think I just wasn't emotionally available
Yeah.
when because I mean that was I feel like it was like only a few months
It was,
after.
yeah.
I was still like hurting pretty bad, and then
Yeah.
I think even the first date I went on with him was the day I found out about my mom's breast cancer.
Yeah.
So I remember I was like, fuck, I have a date tonight. Like my mom just fucking laid this on me.
Right.
But I still went.
But
I just remember it being obviously like elsewhere mentally.
Right.
Which I don't know. I think about that a lot. I'm like, what would it be like if we would have like gone on a date now that I'm like clear-minded
True.
and healed, you know? Because I just was not emotionally available.
no.
That was not even responsible of me to go on a date, you know? Like that was,
Yeah, I'm
That was
actually
selfish.
interested to see because
I mean, I
Yeah.
even noticed a difference in these past 2 dates.
how you
Like-
are on the date.
Yes.
Wow.
Fully. It's cool. Like
Yeah.
I'm like,
Isn't it fun?
yeah, like I see why people do this. Like I'm officially like good.
Yeah.
Like I'm not sitting there like, you know, comparing or ruminating on an emotion that it brought up about someone else. Like it's
Yeah.
no, like I'm just there for that person in that moment, and like
Love that.
it's light, it's easy, like we have really good conversation. I feel like I'm still just like new at it though, and I actually last night when we were leaving, so we went to dinner, or like it was like a wine bar, so it was just like bites and wine. It was chill. We went there and then we went bowling, and then when we were leaving bowling, when we like wrapped up our last game, I went and obviously like washed my hands, and I was walking out and I was like, I asked him like, do you date a lot? Like we started talking about like just dating, not us, but like dating.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just like, where are you at with it? Like what, like you're really good at it. That's why
Yeah.
I asked. Like he like fucking paid for everything. Like it was, and for me, the paying thing gets uncomfortable. Oh, my fucking gel just chipped on my nail.
Oh, you got your nails done?
No, this is the one I got with you. It just chipped. That's from fucking bowling.
Oh.
Yeah. No, like my wrist is sore today. Like it is. I'm serious. Anyway, I was like, oh, sorry, the paying thing. Sometimes when you can tell that they're kind of like,
right.
Wait, am I gonna pay? There was none of that. Like
love.
He was gonna pay.
Yeah.
And like that, I liked that. I've never had that, dude.
Really?
Other than like, well, in a relationship, sure.
Okay,
but like,
yeah, but the date part of it.
Courting. I'm talking like courting here, and like
right.
That feeling of being like taken care of when it's still like a new person is like
right.
Really cool.
Yeah.
Like, you know, this is also new for me. So, yeah, we were just talking about how we view dating, and like I was very honest with the type of dater I am. I let him know like I'm, you know, to put it simple, I'm extremely inexperienced. Like it's like it's new territory, but it's also instinctual territory. It's not like I'm learning Chinese. Like it's, you know, it's not rocket science.
Yeah. It's very hard to be bad at it.
Of course, but it's the mentality around it. And I don't know. I feel like I just wanted him, I told him I wanted him to know that just in case I come off like guarded, it's because I am. Yeah. I told him I am guarded. And he was like, that's valid. Like you need to be, you need to protect yourself. And like, I'm not picking up on anything bad. And I was like, no. And like, that's not why I'm bringing it up. I just wanted to let you know where I was at.
Yeah.
You know?
Huge.
Yeah. It just like came out of me too. I just like felt the need, sorry, fucking big rig going by right now. I felt the need to communicate that, especially like second date. I don't know. Cause I feel like first date's always just like, I mean, it's the first date. You're just like,
like that stuff doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
No.
It literally doesn't matter.
Yeah. But then second date, you're like, okay, if this could potentially be something, this person needs to know. That's just transparency at that point. Yep. This person needs to know where I'm at, what could potentially come of this.
Yeah. I wanted him to get a glimpse of like,
where your head's at.
Yeah. Hey, where's your head? You want to take a proper chat? Like, no, we literally had a chat. Yeah. And it felt good. And it was received well, which is nice. Like he like we speak the same language. Like he's
good.
Our conversations are like it's the things he says back are the things I say back to myself in my shower thoughts.
Aww.
Like it's like it's
he's on the same level as you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've never had that with a man.
Right.
Think about it. That has been like the number one thing in all of my connections is like meeting each other mentally.
Yeah.
And like it's never worked, honestly. Yeah. I'm like trying to remember. No.
It's exciting.
I know. I'm not like hella giddy, but I am also okay with that. And I don't know. Cause I feel like I used to gauge my giddiness to like
how much you like the person.
Yeah. But if I've learned anything from my past, when I'm hella giddy, it's because like
it's fleeting.
It's intense and it's a lot. It feels really good all at once in the very beginning, and like but then it burns out. Like it's not sustainable.
That's the rose-colored glasses. Like that's the fleeting feeling that a lot of people chase when dating. So they're like, why am I dating the same person? You know, like why do I constantly have these people in my life? Well, it's because you're chasing that feeling and not the person.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I don't know. I'm just like, whatever this is, I don't know. Like it's date 2, right? Like right. Removing him from this topic. I'm just really like proud of myself for like how obvious it is that I've grown.
Yes. And like we get this question all the time. We get this like people in this scenario a lot, and all we say is like, don't date to like find your person. You're dating right now. Like this right. Like this feeling that you have is learning about how you date. Like this is just the learning curve. This is the time where you're like having fun with it. You're learning what you like. This is the part that's not about the partner. It's about you. It's always about you.
Yep. and what's feeling good, what's feeling right. Like putting my reactions and emotions in these moments first rather than, am I picking up something about him? It's like, no. And what am I picking up about me?
Yes.
Let me check in with myself.
Right. That's how you properly gauge if this could even be a potential partner.
Yep. Absolutely. It's like, it's coming naturally to me, which I'm like, it never has before.
Right.
But I think it's because I'm finally like,
everything else is
ready.
in place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like my foundation, like me, I'm good.
Yep.
Like, they say like, you can't, like, or you shouldn't date until you love yourself. That like, I get it now. Like I'm not feeling anything. Like it's like, for me, I don't know.
Yeah.
It was good though. It was,
yeah, I met him once. I like the guy.
Oh, he's cool.
Yeah, he's cool.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, I like how we met too.
Right.
That's a big thing for me. Like, was that Patreon that we were just talking about it? Dating apps, or was it an episode? We've recorded so many episodes in the past week, so I don't even know. Okay,
Monday.
so it was, yeah, so whatever. We recently were talking about how, dating apps, to each their own, but like, for me, it's always been really hard to like them because they feel, they are, and they feel so transactional. So I've gone on one date off of a dating app, and it was like, okay, we are meeting up because we swiped right, and like it, and we're immediately like attracted to each other, and it's has like
a
to
Black
be
Mirror
this,
episode.
Yeah, it had to be this like tango of just like first impression romance because I'm trying to court you because I liked you on a dating app. Like it feels so puppety.
Yeah.
And I never liked it. But the way I met this guy was literally my friend at the dog park. Like it's her roommate, and he came to the dog park one time, and then I was like, oh, he's cute. And then I told my friend, and like she told him, and then all of us went out, and it was a group thing at first, which I love. I love meeting people in a group at first because you can see how they treat their friends. You can see how they are socially. Like, not that it's a test or anything. I don't mean that. Like, I wasn't sitting there like spectating his every move, but you
pick up on things.
You pick up on a lot in a group setting. So then, then that, and then he asked me to go out separately, which now we're here. But it's like, it's calm.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel calm about it. Like it just kind
love that.
It just is.
Yep.
It's not like the puppeteering feeling that I'm talking about. It's very much just like flowing.
Mm-hmm.
And I kicked his ass in bowling, and it felt really good.
Yeah, that's nice. What was his reaction like?
Totally good. Good. Like honestly, there was even a point where like then I started doing bad, and then like he would like be nice to me about it, and I was like, no, like keep talking your shit. But then like, I don't know, I could tell he still was like tender about it, and then he would start doing bad, and I would start being like, well, step to the right, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, no, keep talking your shit. Like, no, we can't like,
right.
We can't be nice to each other. We're trying to be competitive, but we were both also trying to help each other like in the same way.
Love that.
But yeah, we played 3 games, and I kicked his ass in all of them, but my wrist hurts really bad today.
What's up?
I haven't bowled in a minute.
Is that the same boxing wrist?
It is.
Yeah.
I should have worn my boxing gloves while I was bowling. Alex. Oh my God. This girl to the right of us.
Oh no.
She yeeted her ball, and it went into my fucking lane. And she got me a gutter, and I'd
be so pissed.
I was hot. My last frame was a spare, so that first score, that next frame means a lot for your score, and she got me a fucking gutter. You would have, you didn't change it?
I would have to like go to the front desk and
just
like it.
I didn't care at that point. I didn't. It was too much work.
Was she apologetic?
Totally.
Okay.
She was like she was mortified. Like she was a bad bowler, but she was having fun, whatever. And then he was like, you can throw a gutter down mine the next turn to make it even. I was like,
funny.
No.
Oh, I would have.
No, it's like, no. I still won. At that point, I think the score was like, mine was like 70 something. I think we were in like the 5th frame. I was at like 70 something, and he was at like 34. And I was like, no, it's fine.
Yeah.
We're good.
Did him a favor.
Not worried about it.
Yeah. You want to do it again?
No, it's like my favorite thing. I'm sure we've told you guys, Alex and I both took bowling in high school. And I know you feel this too. Whenever we go bowling with people in our lives and we're like, we're good. Very much above average.
Yes.
People like literally the people next to us, the strangers next to us, she was like, you're really good at bowling. I was like, I don't know, huh? Like, I mean, we bowled 3 games a day for 2 years. Like, that's crazy.
Bowling was so fun.
I loved it. I loved every moment of that damn class. And then the way we were allowed to eat the bowling alley food, like while we bowled, was always so cool.
And then we got to we had off-school lunch, off-campus lunch because of it.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did. Wait, we could say this.
Totally.
We used to go to her was her boyfriend, but her boyfriend had a stepbrother, and we used to go to their house and make out with them each in their rooms during lunch.
We were fully fucking before. Well, I guess we were dating at this point, though. Yeah.
We never got there, but we were just making out.
Right. It was like, well, Kristen's up, Kristen and Kelly are up there. Like, what do we do?
Well, and we all had bowling together, so we were like, let's just go back to yours, and we're fucking teenagers.
We'd spend our lunch hour at theirs, and then go to bowling. Oh,
what a time.
That was great. Oh, that was so fun. Diablo Lanes off Monument Boulevard.
Yeah.
The place is weird.
Yeah, it is. Like, you step into another universe when you walk in there.
People walk around smoking cigarettes in there. Like, that place is lawless.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, do you have a snack?
Oh, I do have a snack.
I'm hungry. All I had today was a cheddar jalapeno biscuit. I saw a black bag, but I didn't see anything, I promise.
Okay, these are called Pop Daddy pretzels, and they're the yellow mustard flavored.
Oh, these are going to be so good.
They're hand seasoned in small batches, made with flavor so bold, it's lip smacking, finger licking goodness and crunch. Made in Michigan.
Pop them open, Pop Daddy.
Ooh, it's like a powder flavor.
And I love skinny pretzels like this.
Me too. Cheers.
Immediately, yes.
Oh my God, the mustard. You really get it.
Immediately.
They're so good. Here. These are nice. Uh-oh.
From that same store?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
They actually had more flavors too. It looked like a new item. They're right down in center. What do the ingredients look like?
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Oh, okay. It's fine. There's no artificial coloring.
Cool.
It's colored with turmeric, which is cool. There's some oils, but I figured unbleached flour. I can get behind that.
If you guys watched our Truth or Drink episode, I think 2 weeks ago, you may have caught the answer where I think Kristen asked me what's the one thing we do well together.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I said, we curate the vibe.
It was so bad.
The phrase itself is
it's making me anxiously take my leg.
It's so cringy, but there's kind of no other way to describe it.
I know.
But we got a entry on our Patreon episode that same week that said, can you guys actually go into how you curate the vibe? This person, I won't read the entry, but the writer was kind of talking about how they feel like sometimes they're on the outside looking in when they're with a big group of people. And sometimes they just feel like they aren't participating or what's the word?
Engaging?
No, contributing to the vibe. Contributing to the vibe. So we thought it'd be a good idea to kind of give you guys some, I don't know, tips and tricks, if that's the right way to put it, of how we curate the vibe.
Yeah, it's as funny as the term is. We put our heads together and kind of landed on what feels like the very real ecosystem of friend groups. No matter what type of people you guys are, I feel like there is kind of a a character.
Yeah. A role.
A role, that's a word. It feels like a sitcom in a way. You got to have the comedic relief, you have to have the I think of Friends.
Yep.
They're all such different. I mean, and it's literally called Friends. Hello. Yeah, just different types of people, but when they come together, one needs the other to be this harmonious friend group, if you will. So yeah, I liked the entry. I feel like I feel like we're referring to this mystery entry, but in it was saying I don't know, I feel like I'm like, I can't contribute anything, and like kind of putting them down as like, how do I be like more of the main character? And I don't think it's about that. I think it's about like knowing your strong suits in the friend group and leading with those, because not everybody, a whole group of all main characters sounds like a theater club nightmare. Like it's so conflicting.
Yeah, and I think just that term main character has gotten like watered down over the years.
I'm only using it to like
Reference.
wrap it up, but like
right.
I agree. I think it's incredibly
toxic.
Toxic. I think it's silly, because at the end of the day, we're all main characters of our own life. But to the writer's point, like they were using it, the way I interpret it is they were using it as the person who's like outgoing and like extroverted.
Yeah, and I feel like it's not even about like being extroverted or the outgoing person to be quote unquote the main character. Like Kristen was saying, if you find your strong suit and find like what fulfills you in your friend group, and you're like giving your flowers, you know, like you're showing people why you're in the friend group in the first place, like what it is about you that people want to have around. Yeah. So if you like pinpoint that or nurture that side of you within the friend group, then you'll feel like you have a place more so, rather than just thinking like, I need to be the main character of this friend group.
I think it's super normal for us to like in social situations be in our head like, do they want me here? Like we have all had those moments,
right?
Some more than others. It's a natural like kind of reality check that we give ourselves. But I don't know if it's just like ignorant of me. Whenever I have feelings like that, I'm like, nobody's even focused on me.
Right.
Like if they didn't want me here, I wouldn't be here.
I wouldn't be here.
I wouldn't have been invited, or, whatever the case is, I just wouldn't be here.
Right.
Whether it's an invite example, or I even just test it to the universe as I do everything else. Like I would not be in this situation with these people. I wouldn't have relationships with these people if I wasn't equally as deserving to be here and of these friendships and these connections. So yeah, just it's valid, but I think a lot of like us feeling out of place in friend groups, it is a self-esteem thing. And I think once I realized that, I stopped kind of putting the power in these other people, like they had more power in me in the friend group.
Right. Like maybe that's the main character energy that you're trying to embody. The fact that like you think you are being added into a friend group.
Yep.
But everyone has come together equally. It's not like they all are looking at you from the outside, You
weren't like scouted by a team captain.
Right.
Like, all right, now you're on, like, all that's, but I do feel like that is something we all kind of have to mentally shift into as we get into adult friendships. Right. Because kid friendships kind of do feel like you are kind of vetted. You're kind of like,
yep.
What do you like? What sport do you play? Like, oh, I don't play that sport. We're probably not going to be friends. Like, it is a little more clicky to make it simple.
That's a good point, because it definitely does like come with age, noticing how we've fallen into our friend group even more so. I mean, coming up on 30, but then like you said, when we were younger, it is that kind of outside looking in part of it.
Yeah. I even relate to that, like, growing up, when I first started going over the bridge to like meet the Vallejo side of people who are now all of our best friends equally, like, you know, when we put it in those terms. But then I was like, oh, like these are like Alex's people. And like, but then I will say like socializing has always come pretty natural for me. I feel feels so fucking annoying. Like that feels so pick me.
No, but we've always talked about this too. Like, you're a social person.
I'm a social person, and I'm very grateful I'm a social person, because I do understand like the hardships of social anxiety, to say the least. But even that, like, there were times where I was like, oh, like these are Alex's friends, and I'm like, well, we're 3 years into the, or however long into it, like we are all friends now. You know?
There comes a point when like you're not gonna keep saying these are Alex's friends because you've been hanging out with them for 5 years. at the same level that I have been.
Right.
So like you start to make your own friendships within a friend group equally.
Totally. Yeah. It's like that's got to be some human thing that we do, like a kind of a territory thing.
Maybe.
Like when you first are, I'm talking like when you're first introduced to a friend group, like it's like a tribe thing.
Yeah,
like,
a tribe thing, like their people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like you don't want to like overstep or whatever, which that's natural. Like I feel like that it is always kind of weird when you hear stories. I feel like we even get entries of people being like, yeah, I introduced my friend to my friend group and like now a week later she's hanging out with my friend without me and like they're going to lunch and not inviting me. Like that, when it happens really quick, it is kind of like, whoa.
What
Like,
did I miss?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like when it happens a year later or whatever, like not to put a time on it, but you know, when it happens naturally, I mean, that's the evolution of friendships. Like it just, it's natural. I brought it up because that was like a time that, at least the last time I can remember, because I feel like we've obviously had the same friends for years now. The last time I can remember really feeling like, okay, like I'm going to take up space. Like I'm supposed to be here just as much as all of these other people. And like, I'm going to butt into the joke. I'm going to chime into the joke. I'm going to call next on the beer pong table. I don't, these little silly examples, but like taking up space, I think I mean, you can apply this anywhere, even outside of friendships. Just when you walk through your fucking grocery store, like it does all boil down to that self-esteem though. And taking up space, step one to that, in my opinion, is understanding that you're deserving of the space. Cause you can fake it till you make it, but like it's not going to stick if you don't feel you're deserving of it in the first place.
Yeah, exactly, Kristen. I'm sorry, you guys, this episode, like, this is like the true power of editing too, because this episode yes, but this episode has been stopped so many times because a car has gone by while I've been talking, and it's only me, you guys.
It's silent when I talk.
And then whenever I try and say something, it's like fucking ruckus out there.
Yeah.
And then
whatever. I distracted her because I'm sitting here stroking and playing with this hair in my hands. I gotta fidget while I talk. If I stop, I'm gonna be like I'll do the thing where I'm like, what's the word? If I do something while I talk, it's like,
I should try that.
I'll fire out. Here,
I don't want it to your hair.
Take it. I don't need it.
I don't want to. Well, I'll just like do something else.
I always like to fidget while we podcast.
Rapper.
A big thing I do, because the place where we get our snacks has those like OG price tags where it's like just a little sticker.
Oh, and you'll like fold it.
That's my favorite.
I could do this. I could play around with this.
It's fun, right?
See. Do you guys have to fidget when you think?
Like even yesterday when we were brainstorming this episode over FaceTime, I was moving around and like it helped my brain. Like I was cleaning while we were brainstorming.
We should have a walking episode.
That's kind of cool. No, because then I just feel like
we'd have GoPros that like face
like the ones on your chest, or it's like your face is the only still thing. Yeah, it's kind of funny.
Okay, back to the conversation. I feel like a huge thing that Kristen and I have that has been like our saving grace and the advantage. I do not know what I'm about to say.
Nope.
The deck of cards.
Oh, I actually did know you were gonna say that. Okay. Gotcha. No, I did know that.
Okay, yeah. Well, it's been a saving grace, and it just come to our advantage like so many
Link
times.
Down below.
I mean, yeah, but also like it's one of those things where if the vibe is low and everyone's just kind of like twiddling their thumbs or playing with a piece of hair, or like we're just like sitting kind of doing nothing, you can whip out a deck of cards, and everyone knows how to play at least one game of cards. And if you don't, then there's a trillion different games that are so easy you don't even have to teach them. Mm-hmm. Like we know so many games where if someone's like, oh, I've never played this before, that's fine. I can walk you through it.
And like things like Red and Black, or some of you might call it Ride the Bus.
Yeah.
That you ask the question. If you get it right, you pass out a drink. If you get it wrong, you drink. It's so simple.
They're so simple. You don't even have to. There's no instruction.
Exactly. You just listen to me.
Right.
I'm gonna ask you a question and answer it. That's it.
And it's one of those things where like you have everyone locked in on one thing. You have everyone's attention. Everyone's like equally engaged in this one thing. And like, if you don't have a deck of cards on you, they have them in every corner store.
Oh yeah.
You can get them Postmated.
You can also get them bicycleplayingcards.com.
Yeah.
Deck of decks /
something.
Decks. I actually have no idea what the URL is. Again, link down below.
Link down below. But yeah,
like, yeah, now I don't even go anywhere without cards because it's like it does help so much. I suggest learning like one good drinking game or
a magic trick.
I was gonna say a magic trick because like, I mean, on some like flirty shit, I have picked up so many people by just me being like, do you want to see a magic trick?
Yep.
And then I do it and they're like, whoa. And then like you kind of like feel a little good about yourself.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah.
But that is a big thing. You're right. Because it's engaging. It's all the things. But it's also like the art of play is it takes down all barriers. Everybody's on a level game board, a level playing field. And it's like, I don't know. It's a good way whenever I notice big groups. Like I was at a bar setting a few weeks ago and we were with a big group, but like everybody was in like a cluster conversation over here, conversation over here, conversation over here. But like the person who hosted it, they wanted to bring together these people for like everybody to meet. But the people that already knew each other were just staying with each other.
Disconnected. Yeah.
Which is fine, natural, whatever. But then I was like, hey, do you guys want to play a game? And then it brought everybody together. And then the rest of the night, we were all talking.
Like it brings people, it focuses people in.
The tone. It does set the tone.
And it doesn't have to be cards. Like it could be anything. Like one of my favorite things that me and my boyfriend do when we're in a big group, like we pose a question, like, oh, would you rather? Yep. Or like, if you were to have a superpower, what would it be? It could be like literally any posed question within a group of people, and it has the same effect that like whipping a deck of cards out does.
Totally, because it factors in all personality types. Like the extrovert, of course they want to like win a game or like, you know, get involved, get competitive, whatever. But then the other person on the other side of the spectrum that's like feeling really uncomfortable, they need someone to pose a question or whatever, and it brings them like it takes half of the socializing out for them. It gives a prompt in a way.
Yeah.
You know?
It makes everyone feel like equally important too.
Yes. Like everybody's contributing.
Yeah.
Equally. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I even going into this episode, I felt kind of weird about us like teaching how to do it. 'Cause it's at the end of the day, it is very much just like an energy thing you pick up on.
Yeah.
Like it's not a step-by-step as much as we're trying to call it that.
Right. And I think as much as we are like giving you guys these tips and tricks, it is like you can never force anything. And I think and we say this all the time, our like best, most fun nights out are the unexpected nights, the ones where there is no plan. We're not overthinking everything. If you go into it with like specific expectations for something, or okay, I'm going to plan to do this tonight. Then it's like you could pick up that, like anyone can pick up on that energy and anyone can see that it's being forced, but like going into it naturally without overthinking everything, and like with the confidence that you need to channel, that's how you make yourself feel at least a part of a big friend group, you know, make you feel like you have the ability to take up that space.
Yep.
I feel like for us specifically, there's been a couple times where a lot of our guy friends are so like go with the flow, where they're like, oh, I'm just here for a good time. I don't have any expectations. But a lot of the times that could almost be even harder to navigate like a fun night out, because if everyone's go with the flow, then no plan flow. Is like, no
You're
flow.
Just standing on the corner.
Right.
Like,
okay, what's next?
What bar do we go to next, or whatever it is.
Right.
Yeah.
So if those like little opportunities come up, don't be afraid to like take charge. Like I think one thing that Kristen's really good at is like, okay, let me find a good spot near us, and looking up restaurants or bars or like whatever scenario you guys are in, but like take the reins. If everyone's go with the flow, don't go with the flow just because you want to like blend into the group. Take that opportunity to be like, all right, let's go do this then.
Yeah, I think that's like a way to build confidence,
right?
Too, like practicing little things like that, taking charge. and things like that have little to no risk, you know, like
Right.
it's not going to be
Right. And if
you can't
everyone's
fail. Like,
if everyone's truly go with the flow, then like they're gonna have
It's
fun
gonna
doing
work.
they're gonna have fun doing anything.
yeah, I also feel like it's as equally as important to just know when it's not flowing anymore too. Like I've also
Right.
had times
Good
in
point.
social situations where like we're trying to force something that's just like not working. Like if
It's dead.
half the group wants to do something, the other half to do that. That's where I'm like, okay, then I think it's just like I
Right.
read it for what it is. Like it's time to like split up the group for the
Or like whatever it may be.
This is hard to talk about without like exact examples. So this feels very like I don't know, dead end, but I hope it's kind of making sense. Like yeah, just kind of knowing when it's done too, because then that turns into like
When you don't need to
controlling
take
a
the
little
right.
bit.
Yeah. When you don't need to take the reins or take charge. Like
Yep.
yeah, you kind of have to gauge whether or not that's even the next step.
Yep. Yeah, I hope this helped a little. I feel
Just to give you guys maybe a little more confidence.
yeah, it I don't know.
It
We
feel-
go
yeah.
into so many topics where I'm like when things it's hard to articulate things for an episode that are just natural. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know. It's hard to like
But I do
teach.
know that it's like, because it is something that almost I've learned to become more confident in, like knowing my
Yeah.
place I mean, we're part of a really big friend group. So there's obviously some times where I'm like, you know, you feel like you're on the outside looking in, but it is just about self-esteem and confidence. So I just know people relate. So I think it's worth talking about at least a
Yeah.
little bit, just to give you that little boost that you might need.
You're right. It a lot of things just boil down to self-esteem.
Yeah.
How you see the world, how you treat others, how like it just if I've learned anything in fucking therapy, it's that so
Yeah.
many things will come down to like,
Well, how do
that's your
you feel about
self-esteem,
it?
That's your
Yeah.
self-esteem. I'm like, fuck. Like,
Yeah.
So it's hard. It's an uphill battle, and it ebbs and flows too. Like
Right.
I'll have phases where my self-esteem's great, and then obviously phases that it isn't. So it's hard. I see you. I mean, I'm someone who likes socializing, and it's sometimes even fucking hard for me. I think it's just taking the pressure off yourself.
Yeah.
Like it's not this art that has to be perfect. As long as it just feels good and it's like true to you, and you're not depleting yourself or not being authentic to yourself, then you're a great friend,
Right.
and
you would not be there if
you weren't supposed to be.
if you weren't supposed to be.
Yeah. Amen.
Amen to that. We ordered Chipotle and
We ordered
Chipotle's coming.
Chipotle. We ordered Chipotle, and then I'm going to watch Love Island because I'm behind. And I guess last night's episode is crazy, so I don't know.
It is.
I'm so excited.
It's the episode.
Okay.
It's the episode.
It's the episode after Casa. I feel like we could say that, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Like 2 eps after Casa.
La, 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 la,
No, I'm not
la.
gonna say it. I'm not
Okay.
gonna say it. Okay, we gotta
Okay.
go. We love
I'm
you
like
guys.
starting to sweat.
For Patreon, are you guys kind of in the same boat? Do
Yeah.
you feel like you need a little boost of self-confidence when you're in a big group of people, or is this something you've like got on lock? We want to hear how you kind of navigate it as well. So that's always linked down below. There's 3 different tiers. Go check that out. If you're interested, you get another episode every week. So an extra 4 eps a month.
Yeah, I'm curious to hear how other people go about this.
Yeah.
I feel like there's so many angles to it.
Right.
There's not a right or wrong. So I'm excited to hear your guys' perspective. Yeah, if you are on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, make sure you rate us
5 stars.
5 stars. And then on YouTube, subscribe.
And leave a comment. And yeah, we're almost to 30K.
Okay, I'm so done hearing that. Dude.
I think we're like 20 people from the
But do you understand how fucking embarrassing that is? That
No, it's not. Who's embarrassed?
me.
Don't be.
We have been literally a classroom worth of people away from 30K for fucking 6 months.
You know what we should do? We should go hang flyers.
I think we have to. Like the environmentalists that stopped you, like we need to stop people and be like, can you please go subscribe? We're gonna pass out like mixtapes with our episodes on it.
Wait, cute.
How do you play a mixtape anymore?
We should make records of like our top 5 best episodes.
It's expensive.
Yeah, it is. We won't be doing that anytime soon.
Yeah, we have a lot on our plate.
Okay, guys, we love you. We'll see you next week. And then Friday for our patrons.
Yeah. What
Have a
Alex
good
said.
one.
Love you guys.
Love you. Bye.